Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the SmartSenta podcast. On this episode, we'll be discussing one of management's biggest breakthroughs, the theory of constraints. Theory of constraints simply says that everyone, every individual, every organization, every country has a constraint or a set of constraints. These constraints prevent us from hitting our full potential. These constraints prevent us from, living our very best life. Our mission, therefore, is to identify that bottleneck, is to identify our constraints and ensure that all our creative energy is driven towards that constraint or the collection of constraints in a way that it helps us speed up the process to achieve our potential. Now, let's take an individual or even an organization that wants to double its income. You know that for you to double your income, first of all, is a reward you get for the quantity and quality of work that you put into the world. So you want to double your income. The question would then be, what are the constraints? Is it my skill set? Is it my state of health? Is it my education? Is it my environment? Is it my background? Is it my occupation? What is it that if it wasn't there, I would be living the life I want right now? Take the US for instance. You want to be a successful actor, you most likely have to go to Hollywood. If you want to be a successful corporate player, you most likely have to go to New York. If we have to localize that example, in Nigeria, for instance, there are some sectors of the economy that if you were not in Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt, then you are not ready. So the point is, what are the constraints stopping you and what are you ready to do about it? Organizations seem to already have a bit of an answer. Countries seem to already have a bit of an answer, but individuals, I think, still struggle. What are those constraints and what are you ready? What are you willing to put? What is the energy that you are ready to put to ensure that this thing is no longer there? For those of you who understand project management a bit, organizations that start projects either have the constraint of cost, but they don't have the constraint of scope or time. Some don't have the constraint of time, but they have the constraint of scope. Very rarely will you see an organization that has all three elements in place. So, I love the theory of constraints because it allows us to know where the weaknesses are and what we are willing to do to plug them. I hope that once again, this episode has helped our subscribers to learn something. We want to continue to thank you for supporting SmartSenta. Your support has been priceless. Continue to follow us on all social media handles and season's greetings. Bye for now.